So the Nervos network continues to keep expanding their interoperability with other blockchains. Now recently, Nervos tweeted about a partnership that took place last year, December 2021, between Nervos and the Kava network. Now what this tells me is this is probably getting ready to go live, which is definitely going to help both blockchains. Now, before we go any further, I'm not a financial advisor, just a guy on YouTube sharing with you some details and valid information to help you do your own due diligence. But now that we got that out the way, let's jump into it. Welcome back to the channel, millionaires. I'm Mike the Investor, and what we're going to be covering in today's video is the CKB price chart briefly. We're going to dive into the partnership details between Nervos and the Kava network. We're also going to look at who is the Kava network and what is it. And then lastly, just to do a quick recap, we're going to look at what is Godwoken and what is the force bridge. And the force bridge is what's being used to connect Nervos and the Kava network for the interoperability. Now, before we dive into that, let me take a brief second to talk to you about Crypto.com, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the space today. So Crypto.com allows investors to buy and sell over 250 plus cryptocurrencies, and CKB is one of those currencies as well. And you can also transfer to your personal wallet. Now you can also earn passive income on cryptos and stablecoins as well. Not to mention their metal Visa debit cards, which I personally use, and you can earn anywhere from 1% up to 8% back on your purchases in Crow, with other additional benefits depending on which card that you go with. Alright, so if you would like to check out the Crypto.com app, there will be a link in the description below. The promo code is Mike, and I believe to earn the free Crow, you have to spend anywhere to $100 to $500 in your first 30 days. But now that we got that out the way, let's briefly dive into the CKB price chart just to kind of see where things are going, even with the market pulling back. Now, as we can see here, we are briefly looking at CoinGecko, and we can see the market is under 1.8 trillion, sitting at 1.7. We are down currently 2.7% at the time of this video. And if we look at CKB, the current rank 183, and you can see we're sitting right around a penny, down about 3.1%. You look at the circulating supply, 30.1 billion. And if we move down just a little bit to see what CKB has been doing, if we look on the 30-day chart here, you can see, of course, it's been a little bit of a decline, but what hasn't really been down in the market? We've seen some, pump and dumps, but for the most part, things have been, moving to the downside for the most part. So after looking at the CKB price chart, let's briefly dive into some of the details between Nervos and the Kava network. So if we can see here, this came out December 10th, 2021, the end of last year. But if you look here on Twitter, you can see that Nervos tweeted about this March 11th, which tells me this is probably in the works of going live soon. Now let's briefly look at some of the details here. Now the first part says the Kava network is integrating with the Nervos Force Bridge, our first cross-chain bridge. Now the second part here talks about that the integration will allow the movement of native assets between the chains, therefore enabling the bridging of liquidity between Kava and Nervos. There is the interoperability, but it goes on to say that the integration is a win-win for both projects, and their communities as CKB holders will be able to use their tokens on the Kava platform. And Nervos decentralized dApp developers will be able to access Kava services directly. Now listen to this, it goes on to say that the Nervos and Kava Labs partnership will also support the listing of Wrap CKB on KavaSwap with additional liquidity incentives at launch. And then also we have YokiSwap, the first decentralized exchange on Nervos, will list Wrap Kava as a tradable asset. And so this is huge. So we understand the details of the partnership between Nervos and the Kava network, but let's briefly talk about who is the Kava network and what do they do. So here we can see we're briefly on their website, and the website does a beautiful job of not making you search for what their project is all about. Now Kava is a lightning fast layer 1 blockchain featuring a developer optimized cold chain architecture that combines two of the most used permissionless ecosystem known as Ethereum and Cosmos into a scalable network. Now let's move down a little bit. Here's the key component that makes all this work: the co-chain architecture. The Kava network co-chain combines the flexibility and speed of Ethereum smart contract development with the interoperability of Cosmos SDK in a single network, all powered by the ultra-fast Tendermint consensus engine. So in a nutshell, you can see that Kava network is a layer 1 network that combines Ethereum as well as Cosmos, and now you have that being interoperable with Nervos. This is huge, right? So now let's briefly dive into what is Godwoken and what is Force Bridge. And Force Bridge is what allowing this partnership to actually happen. Let's check it out. So here we have it. What is the Force Bridge? The Force Bridge is a trustless bridge for seamless cross-chain transactions between Nervos and other public chains, increasing the ease to bring more tokens to trade, sell, buy, and spend on Nervos. So ultimately, this will lead to more dApps being built on the chain. And that's just kind of in summary. And you can see ERC20 tokens, DAI, Tether, and USDC coin is compatible as well. Now, what is Godwoken? Godwoken is an Ethereum virtual machine, also known as EVM, compatible layer 2 built on Nervos' layer 1. It is an inherently multi-chain solution utilizing advanced account abstraction that allows for flexibility wallet support or traditional user accounts for an internet-like experience. And I've talked about this in previous videos where people will be able to use a different network wallet and not have to input anything. It will just seamlessly work in the background, which is huge. And then the last section here talks about with Nervos, Ethereum blockchain developers will be able to port dApps seamlessly while keeping transactions scalable, fast, and low cost, allowing them to be a part of the next generation of DeFi ecosystem. And so in a nutshell, that gives us a quick recap of the two major things that is going for Nervos right now: Godwoken as well as the Force Bridge. Now, of course, we have, NFTs, we have DEXs as well, but those two major things is what's helping build out the rest of the universal blockchain for Nervos. All right, Nervos community, if you gain some value from this video, definitely smash the like button. It really helps out the algorithm, and also share this out to the Nervos community as well so they can be up to date of what's going on. But that is all I got for you. I will see you on the next one.